Hey everyone, this is Logan5@9XP, and I had to really quickly make this video because this just like blew up on my Twitter account, and the second I found out it was a thing, I had to make a video about it, like, no questions asked. Because this right here, what you're seeing on this screen, is actually a possibility. That's right. The version of Yokai Watch 2 I've said for months should happen, and there's no reason for it not to happen, when Level 5 has done it in the past with their other franchises. But the fact that this is a possibility, I had to talk about it, and I have to spread the word. So, first things first, I'm going to straight up say this was not my idea. I thought that this could be a possibility, but I didn't really start the movement. The person that started the movement was two people on Instagram by the name of Keita Amano, yep, just like the actual character, and I believe it is Incorrect Fandom is their name. I'll put the link in the description to their profiles, and you definitely should go and follow them and support what they're trying to do here, because I want this to happen so badly. You don't even know, man. Because you guys all, if you followed this channel or you follow me on Twitter for enough time, ever since I got in the Yokai Watch, you would know I've basically done non-stop, well, not non-stop, but I've complained about the English version, all its changes and names and songs, and I've complained about basically everything. Because there's not a lot of stuff I like about it, because there's too many changes. It's not the same as the original version quite frankly, I pretty much fell in love with. It's not the same. They changed way too much. And I want the original version of those characters with the Japanese voices, no changes, Japanese songs, everything. I want it to be perfect, basically. I want everything to be, you know, I just want a straight translation. And it's not that they can't do that, because look at Xseed or companies like that. They don't change anything. They just do a straight translation and release it. Why can't Level 5 do this? Especially because the Yokai Watch is based around Japan. Yokai themselves are from Japanese mythology. There's no reason for this not to already be a case. This should just be included by default. But now it's a possibility. Because there's a few people that are trying to get this to actually happen. And they're going to pitch it to Level 5 and see if they can get this to actually happen. Now, of course, we don't know, and I don't think even they know, how this is all going to work. Like, for example, who would do the translation? Would the fans do the translation, or would Level 5 do the translation? 2, there's no way they could do a translation in like 4 months. No, not even 4, 2 months, because the game is coming out September 30th. So that means that they would have to do like a patch, which is totally fine with me. I can wait for a patch. Once again, this is all under the idea that Level 5 is the one that actually does it. And straight up, I don't want Level 5 to be the one that does it, because I don't trust them. Now, to be fair, they probably won't do anything, because when we say no changes, that means no changes. If they change anything, there's no point in doing it, because you either keep everything the same like we want, or don't release it at all. All or nothing when it comes to this entire idea, at least in my opinion. And once again, I've been wanting this to happen for so long, and the fact that we could actually get, well, yeah, a subbed version of Yokai Watch 2. It keeps all the Japanese voices, the Japanese songs, Japanese text in the background, like on signs and buildings and stuff. And every character keeps their Japanese name. That they don't change any dialogue. It's the Japanese version in English, basically, with no changes, like every other company does, or at least Xseed does, and they're like the biggest translating company out there. They don't change anything. There's no reason why Level 5 can't. And you guys definitely need to spread the word on this, and I'm dead serious when I say that, because I want this to happen so badly. And I will hack my 3DS again if I have to use that to play this translation. Because I'm guessing, that's just me, but I'm guessing that Level 5 wouldn't make that like an official thing, so we would probably have to do a fan translation, but that's just my guess. I could be wrong, but whatever the case may be, it's just an idea right now. There's nothing concrete, but I support this idea, and I want this to happen. People on Twitter are supporting it. There are people on Instagram supporting it, and I want this to happen. The way they're pitching this is that you just have a toggle option. It's like when you start up the game, it'll be like, what version do you want to play? The English dub or the English sub? Or something like that. Like, it's that simple. So, and they'll probably just patch it in later. I'm thinking way too far into this. Like, I'm acting like this is like a definite thing, but I think this has a really good chance of happening, though, because there's been a lot more people supporting the idea than I thought there was. I thought I was like the only one that wanted this. The only one, because everyone else is perfectly happy with the dub, and I am not. There's too many changes, too much censorship, too many dialogue changes. They changed the name of the place, which I hate. I don't like the name Springdale. The game is set in Japan, and let's keep it in Japan. Springdale, nah. That's never going to work for me. I don't like the idea of them calling it Springdale. And also, if this happens, we might get other games localized like this with a English sub and dub option, including Busters, and more importantly, for a video I still haven't made, and I may or may not make at this point, the whole thing with Yokai Watch 3, where it's set in the US but also set in Japan. So if this sub thing goes through and it actually works and we can get this made, and if this is made, maybe we can get this for Yokai Watch 3 if that comes out over here. That means it won't change the location or anything stupid like that. It'll stay exactly the same as the Japanese version. Oh boy, man. This just needs to happen. Like, there's not a ton of concrete stuff on it yet, because I mean it just kind of suddenly happened a few hours ago, but there's already a lot of support for it, and we need to get level 5 to be on board with this. We need to get level 5 to understand that there are fans like us, or at least like me, that don't want the dub. They don't want change. They just want the original version created by Hino and his team in Japan with no changes whatsoever. And I am 100% behind this project. So if there's any updates to this project on the progress of it, if there's any like response from level 5, anything like that, I will make a video and I'll update you guys on this, because this is like a miracle right here that this could be happening. This is a possibility, and I want this to happen. And of course, if it does happen, then it'll be I'll immediately tell you guys about it, and I will find some way to get capture card software on my 3DS so I can stream it if it actually happens. I want this to happen so badly. Seriously. You don't even know, man. You really don't know how much I want this to happen. A version of Yokai Watch 2 with 0 changes. The Japanese names, Japanese voices, no censorship, Japanese everything, no dialogue changes, nothing. So yeah, spread the word, link in the description to their Instagram. And with that being said, also one last thing. Please spread this. Like, I think I've already made that obvious, but please spread this. Whether it's on Instagram, Tumblr, YouTube, Twitter, wherever. Please support this. Spread the word. I want this to happen. I know a lot of you want it to happen too. And with that being said, this is Logan589XP signing out.